Hello, and welcome to Art Beyond the Museums UK edition. This series is brought to you by Lotus on Water and Master Yun Long Zi. First of all, let's talk about the series. What is Art Beyond Museums? For this, we focus on what museums are. Museums, are they places to store art and exhibit them? No, they're places to store art and share to the people. So when we hit a global pandemic like we have done and we've experienced in recent years, should we just let the art go quiet? No one can see them? No, we should still share them to the people. And that is what we're doing here at Art Beyond the Museums. We want to bring you, at home, the art. Not only that, as it's an international project, we also want to showcase some of the amazing cities around the world, and that's what I'm doing here in the UK. We're in Birmingham, my home city, just on the outskirts of Birmingham, at a place called Smoke at Hampton Manor. Smoke is an amazing restaurant run by Stu Deeley, the MasterChef Professionals UK winner of 2019. Before we talk a bit further about the restaurant and the link between food and art, let's focus a bit more on who's bringing you this project. Master Yun Long Zi. He is a 6th generation Feng Shui master, renowned around the world. And the collection that we're exhibiting today was the current and only art exhibition to be ever hosted on the Great Wall of China. A very unique collection that is unmatched anywhere else in the world. The collection itself comprised of 108 cranes and a huge 14-metre long piece of artwork. These cranes have been pulled apart and put into separate pieces, and it could be part of your very own art collection at home. Master Yun Long Zi. Not only have I mentioned that this is the only art exhibition held on the Great Wall of China, he has had 14 major art exhibitions worldwide across Europe and Asia. As we look further into his history, 6th generation Feng Shui master, the collectors of this collection include the director of the Louvre Museum and the managing director of Laurent Perrier Champagne. Lotus on Water and Master Yun Long Zi is the ones bringing you Art Beyond Museums, this whole series to bring it to you at home and explore the amazing techniques and variety of traditional and modern techniques that Master Yun Long Zi uses in his paintings. As well as that, we look at the link between various buildings, foods, wine, the link between that and art and how they can actually merge together. So, today's collection, as we've mentioned, is the first and only ever art exhibition on the Great Wall of China. Right now, I want to focus on the painting just to my left. We have the yellow crane of Everlasting Victory. ABM 088 is the reference for this. So let's focus on the crane itself. Very traditional within Chinese paintings is to have cranes. But the difference when Master Yun Long Zi paints these cranes is that they are not stick figures, they are not black and white like traditional Chinese paintings. He's gone for a round figure. The round figure represents the crane, the body, and wealth and prosperity. When we look at the title of this painting, the yellow crane of Everlasting Victory, we think of prominence, we think of pride, and we think of power, victory, and moving forward. Hence the use of gold, solid gold, 24 karat gold in this painting. Again, we reference prosperity. Notice how the crane is looking back towards itself and towards its body, appreciating what it has done in its past. From these paintings, you get a feeling of how Master Yun wants to make you feel. So you're looking at back, you're looking at the past, but also moving forward. You're looking at your achievements with victory, but then again, you're always focusing on going forward. Referring to traditional techniques, Master Yun Long Zi has calligraphy strokes. Notice the black paint across it. But then we look at more modern approaches, the use of 24 karat gold, 18 karat silver, gold layers within the paintings. This is a very modern technique, unique to Master Yun Long Zi. Not traditional in Chinese paintings, but the use of gold can be traced back to the ancient Egyptian times, but no one used it quite as prominent as Master Yun Long Zi. This painting not only features a crane, it also features peonies, beautiful flowers, again, looking forward to the future, refreshing, where can you go, looking to lead towards prosperity. A picture like this in your house can bring a great energy to your buildings, to your future, to your life. This is what Master Yun Longzi's Feng Shui paintings is all about. Now, we've looked at this beautiful piece of artwork featuring one of the 108 cranes that was part of the collection. I'd like to note how there's no free spaces. Like in traditional Chinese paintings, there are blank spaces, there are a lot of white. What Master Yun Longzi does is fills the page. So fill your life with prosperity, with elegance, and that's what this represents here. The use of 24 karat gold, 18 karat silver is all prominent to what Master Yun Longzi does when he paints his paintings. A feeling, experience and knowledge all comes through in this. From this incredible collection, we're looking at another painting not featuring a picture of a crane, but it's called The Flying Dragon and the Royal Crane. Again, we look at the use of 24 karat gold within this painting. It's done on Dongba paper, so traditional Chinese paper, Chinese methods, but here we focus on the calligraphy strokes. This particular painting is FSC 189 in the collection. Note the traditional calligraphy strokes of Master Yun Longzi's paintings. So, black pine soot ink, traditional calligraphy strokes, traditional calligraphy use of ingredients and materials. So, black pine soot, very traditional, and that's what Master Yun has used to create the calligraphy strokes on his paintings. Again, we note the no free spaces on the entire painting. This is very important and very unique to Master Yun Longzi's Feng Shui paintings. When we look at the calligraphy, when we look at the vibrance, we almost see a flow within the paintings. This is when we look at more traditional and modern coming together again. Calligraphy is known around the world for being traditional Chinese writing methods, and let's not forget that the Chinese were the first people to invent paper. So when we look at the use of mixed media on Dongba paper, we're looking at traditions and modern coming together once again. The beautiful flow and the strokes of the paintings is similar to what we use when we look at food. So as I mentioned, we're here at Smoke at Hampton Manor by Stu Deeley. He'll be plating for us one of his desserts today, a traditional chocolate delice, which is modernised. There's use of miso, so Asian ingredients within this dessert in the middle of Birmingham, UK. Looking at the links between East and West and how they come together, exactly what we want to focus on in Art Beyond Museums series. We look at the link between art and food. It's becoming more prominent today. No one just has a plate of food, it's almost a piece of art within itself. So when Stu Deeley creates these dishes, he looks at balance, he looks at colours, he looks at flavours, how they come together. The same way, Master Yun, when he designs a painting, he brings it together. Is it balanced? How does it come together to create this piece of art? And also the personality on the plate. Stu Deeley, when he plates his food, he puts his own personality on the plate, and that's exactly what Master Yun does. Unique to themselves, and that's what a true artist achieves when they create a piece of artwork, a piece of food, and intertwine the both.
Okay, so we're going to do a chocolate dish. So we've got a 55% chocolate delice, which we've just set by basically melting down some chocolate, some whipped cream, a little bit of miso. I'm just going to blowtorch that. And then we've just got lemon verbena caramel, which we've made with some lemon verbena from the garden and some -8 vinegar from Canada. And then after that, we've got blood oranges that have just come into season. A little bit of cookie crumb. And just a little bit more for texture. And then we're just going to put a few leaves of apple marigold. And then lastly, we'll just drop on the blood orange sorbet, and then we're good to go. There we go.
So here we are, still at Smoke restaurant, just on the outskirts of Birmingham. The location is a bit different because we're now currently in one of their greenhouses. What a very unique feature and what I love about Smoke is that they grow a lot of their own produce and they use that within the kitchen. The lemon verbena, which Stu used on the dessert, was actually grown here on the grounds of the restaurant. So here we are in a natural environment, we're talking about natural produce, and then we revert back to Master Yun's Feng Shui painting. So here we're going to look at FSC 195, the Flying Dragon and the Royal Crane. The same series we looked at inside the restaurant, here a slightly different painting, but we'll look at the similarities and the differences. Obviously the most striking difference between the other part of this collection is the length of it. Instead of a square, it's a long painting. We're talking about the same thing, so we're looking at the similarities, the Flying Dragon and the Royal Crane. Let's focus on the word royal here. When we think of royal, we think of gold, we think of high end, we think of high class and prosperity. Again, we revert back to the natural ingredients used in Master Yun's Feng Shui paintings. The layers of gold, the layers of vermilion and the pine soot. The pine soot I wanted to focus on because it's grown. Pine leaves, pine trees, of course it's grown, the same as we're in a greenhouse now. All the ingredients are grown for the food, and it's interesting to see how plants can be used in different ways. So traditional methods to use for ink, and then obviously we all know about herbs, spices which grow around the world, which we can use in dishes with food. Again, we talk about the layers of Master Yun's Feng Shui paintings. There's different layers built up, so that's how Master Yun paints. Instead of just a flat canvas, he builds it up in layers. The same way when you produce a dish, you build up the ingredients, you build up layers. It's not something that just comes out, it's something that has to be developed and built and balanced. And that's where we look at the link between food and art, natural ingredients, natural produce, and then looking to take it into a more modern approach. Now I want to focus on one of my favourite paintings in the collection, FSC 144. The title of this is The Dragon Soars and the Crane Flourishes. Again, we're talking about prosperity moving forward. A dragon soaring, a crane flourishing. It's about moving forward, evolving and developing into the future. As a person, as people, we don't want to just remain content of where we are. We want to flourish, we want to move forward. So something like this amazing collection, it's about prosperity, it's about elegance, it's about your life, your own experience, you flourishing and you moving forward. We look again at the modern techniques, the layering, the colours used compared to traditional Chinese paintings. The colours are literally popping off this canvas. But at the heart of this painting remains the traditional Chinese calligraphy, the traditional techniques, but just the background itself, it fills the page with vibrance, with colours, something you don't see in traditional Chinese artwork and very unique to Master Yun's Feng Shui paintings. This for me is just incredible. It's vibrant and the word flourish in the title fits it perfectly because it's a flourishing painting. A unique trait is that none of these paintings come repeated. Master Yun uses Laurent Perrier champagne by adding colours to the champagne and popping it over the canvas. So when you look at the paintings closely, you can actually see the watermarks from where the champagne's gone. This is a unique thing that cannot be repeated. Again, an amazing collection. So, now we come to the end of our time at Smoke Restaurant. I hope you've enjoyed it. This beautiful setting, an amazing chef, an incredibly talented team, and then we look at this incredible artwork. We're talking about two worlds so far apart, the UK and Singapore, but we've looked at the links between artwork, Master Yun's philosophy, Stu Deeley's philosophy, and how they build layers. They use different techniques, inspiration from around the world, traditional and modern, and we bring them together. So even though we may be on opposite sides of the globe, artwork, it links together, it brings us together, and that's exactly what we want to do at Art Beyond Museums. Thank you so much for today, and I can't wait to see you again in the next episode.
The Art Beyond Museums series and Master Yun Longzi's Feng Shui art are proud to be sponsored by Laurent Perrier. For 200 over years, Laurent Perrier has not worked with any other artist before. When you purchase a piece of Feng Shui art exhibited in this Art Beyond Museums series, you will also be getting a complimentary set of 5 different specially selected cuvées of Laurent Perrier champagne: the La Cuvée, the Cuvée Rosé, Brut Millésime, Demi-Sec Harmony, and the Cuvée Grand Siècle, so that you can enjoy the taste of elegance while basking in the prosperity of Master Yun's Feng Shui paintings and calligraphies. Cheers to prosperity and elegance.